All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to tonight's presentation of Vic West Community Conversation. We have Michael Hill here, who is the Vic West Neighborhood Liaison for the neighborhood, and Jeremy Loveday, our City Councillor, who is also our representative. And my name's Julie. I'm the Volunteer and Community Engagement Coordinator here at the Victoria West Community Association, and I'll be hosting tonight. So to kick it off, we're going to have Michael Hill talking about some of the city staff's different initiatives regarding COVID-19.
Great, thanks, Julie. Mike Hill, as Julie said, I'm neighborhood liaison for Vic West. I'll give you an update on some of the things that have been happening at the city. Of course, most of the city is, half the city is working hard to keep services running and others are working from home. But there's lots going on. You'll know that the parks are still open in the city, which is great. Some of the playground facilities and sports courts are not yet open, but we'll keep you updated when we have an opportunity to open those up again. We'll be looking to our provincial health officer to give us advice on when it's time that we can do that. As far as arts and culture go, it's been really hard in our arts and culture program offerings, of course, because people can't get together. Our arts and culture staff are posting things online, though. There's lots of material on there, lots of performances, virtual tours through galleries. And you'll see that our artist in residence, who's Catherine Calder, who some of you may know for the band, The New Pornographers, which are an amazing band. She's going to be doing a live performance tomorrow night on YouTube, 7:30 Friday night. Sorry, I said tomorrow night, but that's Friday night, May 1st at 7:30. If there's something you'd like to share with the community with regards to arts and culture, go onto our website and send our folks a note, and we'll see if we can, if you've got something to share, we'd love to offer something more to our community. Sunday is, May 2nd is Neighbor Day, and we've run Neighbor Day for a couple of years now, and we'd really like to encourage people to reach out to a neighbor who they may not have talked to. Many of us have been on the block, so we're getting very familiar with our neighborhood and met some new neighbors already. But if there's somebody you haven't met, maybe some flowers from your garden, maybe a chalk art greeting on your sidewalk, saying hello to somebody, that would be great. It's, as I say, on Sunday. Of course, if you're interested in, we really encourage people to provide mutual support in their neighborhoods as well. And if you touching base with your neighbors and seeing if there's somebody that needs some assistance. There's some seniors out there that aren't necessarily able to go and get groceries. Many of these folks have had a chance to talk to somebody, but there may be somebody on your block, and really if you can look around and see if there's somebody that could benefit from that, that would be fantastic. We do have a bit of a block organizing guide that we can provide you with if you'd like to get more ambitious about that. We have a program that Council has put together called Get Growing Victoria, where we're going to be distributing 7,500 vegetable seedlings out to the public, 15 different types of vegetables, cucumber, zucchini, squash, broccoli. And these are all going to go out towards the end of May to the folks in the neighborhood that have the greatest need. This, we're just rolling out the details of the project now. Vic West is going to have a distribution place where you can pick up your veggies. I think we're going to be able to drop them off as well. And there's going to be compost and mulch available as well for distribution. I think that's it for the highlights from me. If you've got any questions, you can feel free to email me at mhill@victoria.ca, or you can give me a call at 250-217-0288. I'm fine with you giving me a call as well.
All right, thank you so much, Michael. Next, we're going to have Jeremy Loveday go.
Hi, everyone. It's good to see some of you in person, and of course, have missed the meetings with Vic West over the last couple of months. But I do know that Vic West staff and volunteers have been working hard to respond to this COVID-19 pandemic that we're in and all of the associated challenges. And with that, I want to acknowledge that there are many people in our community who are suffering right now and who are struggling, both with health issues and also with economic hardship that is associated with the pandemic and the slowdown and shutdown that we've seen. And want to, with that, acknowledge all the frontline workers who are working hard to keep us all safe and healthy, and be that grocery workers, city staff who are out picking up garbage and keeping the streets clean, and also, of course, healthcare workers. So yeah, the city has been working hard to respond to the COVID-19 pandemic and keep services moving, and also respond in a way that keeps our community safe, aligned with the orders of Dr. Bonnie Henry, as well as turning our minds to recovery. So I wanted to highlight a few of the actions that the city has undertaken and that we're looking to undertake in the coming weeks and months. And at the end, I'd be open to any questions from people here, and also as just as Mr. Hill shared, I'll share my email and phone number at the end, and happy to chat with anyone who has questions or comments. So some of the major changes that the city's seen is a loss in revenue. So we had, we're forecasting a multi-million-dollar budget shortfall this year because of loss of parking revenue, as well as loss of conference bookings at the conference center are the two major drivers. So we have, as a council, adjusted the city budget, including a deferral of many of the projects that were scheduled for 2020. They're not deferred indefinitely, and they're not canceled at this point. We will be revisiting all of those decisions in August once we've collected taxes and have a better idea of our overall 2020 budget. So in order to have wiggle room and a safety net, we've basically put all of that money that would have launched those projects into contingency funds, so that we can both make sure that we are fiscally prudent and sound moving forward, and have some wiggle room to move towards recovery when we get on the other side of these health issues. And so with that, council also voted to move towards 0% budget tax increase this year. And I didn't support that, but that was a decision of council, and I respect the decision of council wanting to provide that relief to residents in the form of across the board lack of a tax lift this year. I couldn't support it. I wanted to have more money both for recovery and also for fiscal planning for future years, because our costs keep escalate no matter what the economy is doing, whether that be labor or and also the needs of infrastructure in our community. Other big changes that we've had, Mike Hill mentioned the food security, the Growing in the City initiative. I was happy to help sponsor that. We'll be growing 75,000 food plants that will be distributed to residents that they can grow in their own gardens to improve food security. And that has been a great project. A lot of partners coming on board with community agencies that are connected to people who are facing food insecurity, and who can make sure that these seedlings get into the hands of people who need them, and that those hands get into the soil, and that they have both the educational materials and the growing materials to grow that food successfully. We've also adapted some of our streets to make sure that people have enough space in the public realm for physical distancing. So we've started to adapt streets both around Beacon Hill Park and Dallas Road, as well as the first location where we've opened up a lane of traffic to pedestrians is at Simcoe and Menzies in James Bay, approaching Five Corners there. That street was chosen because the sidewalks are so narrow, and this allows people to pass each other at a 6-foot distance, so that some of the people who are currently in their homes and not feeling safe to go outside can do so. And of course, when we're making these decisions, we're thinking of those who are immunocompromised and those with accessibility issues who need to get outside but need to be able to do so safely. For those of you who've gone to Banfield Park, it's been mentioned the parks are open. I think that's a great thing. Look forward to, when it's safe, getting all the parks and facilities open and operating safely. But you may have noticed that there are some trees being planted. There's 33 new trees and shrubs being planted in Banfield Park currently, and looking forward to seeing those grow and thrive. If you are looking for resources, there's a few resources on the city website that may be of interest. For those of you who operate small businesses, there's a whole list of business resources that collate both the federal and provincial responses, as well as our municipal responses and community responses to support local businesses on the Business Hub page, as well as on the neighborhoods page. There's lots of great resources for neighborhoods. So all of that is on the city website. Maybe I'll leave it at that, but there's, I guess, one last thing is when we look at recovery and we look at how we recover from this crisis, both economically and as a community, we want to make sure we're doing so in the most inclusive way possible. And so council's turning our mind to that. At the May 14th meeting is when we'll be talking about the economic recovery and what it can look like to, once again, ensure that people have the economic means that they need to get by in our community and thrive, and also how we make help our local small businesses recover, including the tourist economy and the hospitality sector, which have been really struggling through this period. And I guess one last thing, and it's not a little thing, it's actually been taking up a lot of council's time in our daily emergency operations center meetings, is the response for people without homes, and making sure that the response to COVID-19 and the orders to get everyone to have physical distance, telling people to stay home, making sure that that's possible for people without homes. And we, as a council, pushed very hard in collaboration with others to now have the province take the action that they are to get people indoors into hotels and motels and other indoor sheltering spaces. And city staff have been doing excellent work on that, and also commend the province now for taking this bold action. I hope that this will be seen as an opportunity to end chronic homelessness and get everyone who wants a place indoors to shelter that safe place to do so. And from there, I hope we can move everyone into permanent long-term housing. So that's I hope that's a hopeful note to end on, and happy to answer any questions. And if anyone has questions that arise from this, feel free to call me or email me. It's jloveday@victoria.ca or 250-634-2327.
All right, thank you so much, Jeremy, for that really comprehensive overview. I'm going to be providing a brief update now on what the Victoria West Community Center is doing. So unfortunately, we've had to cancel all of our programs, but we're now looking to move them free online. So in the coming weeks, you should be able to expect to see belly dancing classes, yoga classes. We're trying to get some cooking classes in. So all of that is coming really, really soon, and it is free. We're still providing childcare and school-age day camps, and we've actually extended our hours to kind of help support emergency workers and people that might need it so they can go back to work. So we're now operating from 7:30 to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and all of our camps are licensed, so you can apply for funding for those if you need it. Another really awesome initiative we've launched is called Coming Together Vic West. Coming Together Vic West is an initiative to connect residents who need support right now to residents that are able to provide support. So whether that be grocery shopping or dog walking, we have a network of people that are able to help if you need it. And we also are still accepting people for our network as well. So that can be found on our website and our Facebook page. And we also have the Vic West Business Directory. So this is a business directory that has all the updates for COVID-19. So opening hours, delivery options, online services, things like that. It's a pretty comprehensive list, so most businesses in the neighborhood should be on it. If you have any changes or if you notice anything that's a little off, you can always let us know and we can get that updated. Last but not least, we've launched the Vic West Community Live series. This is a chance for residents to kind of use our Facebook platform to reach the broader community and kind of connect together. One of the most important things we've kind of found is that residents are really missing that sense of community. And so we're trying to do this through an online method now. So if you would like to sign up for that, again, information about that can be found on our website and Facebook page. And you can also email me at volunteer@victoriawest.ca or give me a phone call at 250-480-8072. That's actually all the updates I have. Is there any questions?